Jen here, and I have my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit wrap up for January. I wanted to show you everything that I've created and then also kind of show you the kit and what I have left and what I've used up and that kind of stuff. And I think what I'm gonna do, I did create this big, long, amazing goals, plans, kind of like what my 2023 is gonna look like video, and then I was having trouble with my mic. I think it's the mic. It could also be my laptop. My laptop is several years old. It may be time for a new one, but wherever it was, I was having problems with it and it was corrupting files. It was just a weird kind of chaotic thing. And I think I've mentioned this a couple times. It happened to me with some of the Dollar Tree videos and stuff like that, where I wasn't like, not all the videos were working properly. The sound was really weird, and just, you know, some of the actual videos themselves were really weird, and so I didn't really have enough to kind of salvage together a good video, so I scrapped it. It took me a long time to film it, and yeah, I just scrapped it. So new plan, new idea. What I think I'm gonna do is at the end of every month when I do these wrap-up videos, I'm just gonna do sort of like the plans for the next month. That way I can go with the flow a little bit more, which is definitely a me thing. I can plan sort of what is reasonable for me to achieve in the next month, and then that way I'm not putting out a whole bunch of these plans and then I don't ever get them all finished up. So if that's okay with you guys, let me know in the comments down below, or if you would like to have a larger video where I talk about everything I want to do for 2023, I can definitely redo it. I just felt a little bit defeated, but I definitely can redo that video and just share like all of my intentions and plans and goals and stuff like that for the whole year. Let me know. I'm happy either way, but I figured maybe fate was telling me that it was better to do it this way because the video just wasn't working out. And I've had a couple of those. It's been kind of frustrating, but it's been a great month, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. I want to share with you what I've created, what my kit looks like, what I have left over, and then let you know what my plans are for February. So the first thing that I'm gonna share is my December daily. This was in the plan video. I went into a lot more detail with it, but I have mentioned that in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, I did put this together. This is the Simple Stories Mix and Mingle collection. So I got the paper kit that comes with the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I have the chipboard, the foam titles, and then the ephemera, or they call them bits and pieces. And this is sort of the base of my December daily, and then obviously I've got tons of Christmas stash, so I'll pull from all of that. But I have this. It's gonna stay right here where my kit is. One day I should just take a picture, and show you what this looks like, because obviously I see it, but you guys don't see it. If I think of that, there'll be a picture posted somewhere up here. But yeah, so it's gonna stay here the whole year, or at least until I get my December daily done. But I did get quite a bit of these papers cut into, and I got a lot of stuff used up. So let me kind of show you where I'm at with that. I didn't do a video of me putting this together because I just did this one day. I was at work, I had some time while my client was in meetings, and so I was just able to go ahead and put some papers down. I put a little piece of paper in here. I sometimes use sticky notes, but if I'm traveling with this, I feel like the Post-it notes sometimes will fall off, so I just pop a little piece of paper in here so I know like day one is the advent calendars and the return of our elf, and then day two I've got elf, and then I've got a cute little deer picture. So I've popped some paper here. This is just the back of this. I loved this beautiful piece, so I wanted that in there right away. I have some ephemera bits. Some of these come from Christina from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. They're many years old. I got an advent calendar from her, and I've never actually used it. So I did go through all of the bits and pieces. If you guys got one of these, you may remember some of these bags. I basically went through all of it and popped some of the ephemera into some of these days. So I've got day 1, day 2, day 3 right here is gonna have to be an outside page, but I've just popped it into here so I remember. And day 4 was getting our tree. Day 5 as well is probably going to be an outside page, or sorry, day 6 is going to be an outside page, day 5 is here. And then there were a few pages where I didn't find a 12 by 12 or anything like that that I thought would work. So like our cookie decorating day, I have other stash that I'll go ahead and use that for, so I just left the black insert in there. Same with day 8, and then day 9 will be an extra page. And I literally wrote that on the piece of paper. I wrote like day 9 is all the temperature pictures, because we were hitting records for coldest place on earth for several days. So all of those pictures, and then I have create as extra page. So I'll have to find a creative way to get these pages tucked into the post bound, but I'm pretty good at doing that kind of stuff. I'm up for that challenge. Day 10, again, I have here just this side of the paper, but I could use this side as well and just pull this black out. But I basically just went through, popped some papers. This one's our family ornament, so obviously this beautiful ornament paper worked well. And that's all I did. I went through each day, figured out what it was, and if I thought there was some paper or ephemera or something that worked really well, I slipped it into the pockets. So I do have the whole album sort of very rudimentarily, if that's a word, planned and ready to go. And then what I also did, let me find it in here. Everything in here is from from first to last, but here we go. I did create the title page. So originally I thought maybe, I explained this in the video, but just so that you can see, I originally thought maybe I would somehow attach the title page right here, so that when you open up the album, that's the first thing you see. But I decided not to do that. I'd like to create some sort of shaker pocket here, and I don't know, maybe attach like a bag here. I love to do that kind of thing, and I can put Christmas cards and stuff like that in the bag. So I've left this blank because I wasn't sure about the shaker pocket and how much access I would need to this. And then I just thought it was kind of nice to have this as a freestanding title page. Again, I'll figure out how to get it into the post bound some way. But when I flip it over, I can do all my journaling here. I'm really bad about doing really long kind of detailed journaling on every page. I'm bad with titles, you guys know that. But there are some pieces of information I'd like to make sure are shared in the album, like just the overall feeling of the Christmas season, how it was a really quiet one for us this year, that type of thing. So I cut some of these pieces from the kit, from the papers, and I thought I could write a few little things kind of out on these two pieces. And then I have some hidden tags as well. These are also cut from the papers, but I love that they did this on the back of them, so I can actually do some extra journaling and just kind of have it hidden and tucked away. It's not that it's necessarily private and I don't want people to read it, but it's a little bit more maybe like personal, and so if I'm showing this in videos, it's not necessarily something that I want, you know, everyone to be able to read everything in detail, but it's still there for those of us who are going through the albums later on, and we can read about if we're going through the album a little bit more in detail. So some hidden journaling and then some open journaling. I thought that just worked out nice. So that is the title page and what I have done so far for December Daily. I'll just keep working away at it. I've finally ordered my pictures. So hopefully those will be here in a couple of days and I can start cutting them apart, putting them into the pockets, and then once I've done that, I find it really easy to just put pages together. So follow along for Christmas in every month and you will definitely be seeing a lot of this album. So that is the first project, I guess you could say. It's gonna be kept right by my desk as well, so I can just grab it whenever I feel the need to create. I do sometimes like to take small projects like that and work, you know, late at night. It's still kind of dark. I'm in the living room watching a show or whatever, unwinding from the day, and I can just tinker with projects like that. So I may not always show every single process, but all the good stuff I will definitely show, and I'll do the wrap-ups. Okay. Enough talking about December Daily. So these are all pages that I created with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kits, and then some of them are following other series. So this one is following the Tuesdays in the Attic series that Jackie is letting me tag along with. I'm having so much fun with that series. We're following the Freaky Fast Friday formulas from the scrap room and just working our way from the very first one all the way through. Basically what you get is you get dimensions to cut your papers to. So you just take out the papers you want, pick your patterns, whatever you want to use, cut them to the measurements that Frances has provided, and put them in order. So this piece of paper, and then you can see here's a pattern, here's a pattern, here's a pattern. You just had to kind of rearrange them to fit them onto your 12 by 12 paper or whatever size you might be using. And there you go, that's the start of your layout, and then you can add your embellishments and stuff like that. So it's a really, really fun series, especially if you're in a rut, you're kind of have, you know, blank page syndrome, or you're just struggling to get yourself, get your creative mojo flowing and that kind of thing. This is a great series, a little bit different from sketches and scrap lifting and that kind of thing. So it's just another way to get all those ideas flowing. So definitely there are videos for anything that is a Tuesdays in the Attic, and we'll be doing it every Tuesday. I've been doing really good and actually getting every Tuesday, so I'm pretty happy with that. So check that one out. This was also a page kit that I put together for How to Kill a Kit with Style. I had all of this paper. It's a 6 by 8 paper pad, and then these little embellishments, and the other part of this kit was the washi, and I really just wanted to get as much of this washi book used up as possible. Even this background paper was already in my kit. There is a video for this one showing how I put it together. And I also followed Baby Got Scraps this month, so I tried to use as many scraps as possible too to fit into that series. That one basically is you pick one full 12 by 12, or again, whatever size page you are working with, and then everything else is scraps. So a lot of these, that's what I followed. My background paper was the only full piece, and then everything else I tried to use was a scrap. Even these, where some of them were cut into, but I've just hidden them behind the picture. So here is another fun one I put together. The baby helped me with this one, putting all the stickers on. So I put this layout together for Christine Harden's 1,000 subscriber. I haven't posted the video yet, but it is coming. This was another video where the sounds were really crazy, but I think there's enough actual video to salvage that I can do a voiceover again, and it should be good, but I haven't posted it yet. But it's using scraps of 6 by 6 pieces of paper, and then this was the only full piece, but I did have to cut it down to my 8.5 by 11 for the album that I'm creating for my 2022 pictures. And then just using all kinds of little scraps of ephemera pieces that I have left over, and I even did some stamping, which was very fun and cute, and all kind of in the idea of How to Kill a Kit with Style kit's theme for January, which was hot beverages. I've got lots of coffee and stuff there. It was about a cold beverage, but that's okay. I used hot beverage images, so it works for me. But this one was super fun to put together, so definitely stay tuned for that video. This was the Stretch the Sketch layout that I created. So again, I used as much scraps as I could, but I had to use 2 pieces of background paper, so maybe a slight cheat that way, but it's 2 pages, so 2 backgrounds. I think that works. And then lots of little bits of embellishment and stuff like that. I got lots of my ephemera that I have from Christmas, all of my Christmas stash. I got lots of that used up. So this one was definitely a lot of fun to put together. This one was just posted fairly recently. This is using 6x6 papers, and we have a new mini paper pad series called Mad About Mini Paper Pads. And so this was just, you know, looking at ways to get your mini paper pads used up. So for this first one, it was a 6x6 pad that I used, lots of layering and stuff in behind, all in my kit, because there you can see that coffee theme again. And this was a little sort of page kit that I put together with my Amy Tangerine Heart and Hustle scraps that I had. So this one was great. It fit all of the series. It, you know, tied them all up really nicely, and I love how this turned out. This was another Tuesdays in the Attic layout. It started off this way as a 12 by 12, and then I remembered that for 2022, I'm doing the smaller size. So I had to flip it to make sure that all of my papers fit properly into the measurements. And then I've got my cute little Santa pic with my gang this year and lots of splatters and fun stuff. So I loved putting this together. I actually think I like it better flipped this way as a smaller layout than I did when it was like this, but I might replicate the layout that was the large 12 by 12 because I did kind of like that one too. So there we go. This one is also for Tuesdays in the Attic, and so I've got the measurements here, all my different papers that I had to put together. I loved putting this one together. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I just love all my little clusters that I used these stickers for. All products from How to Kill a Kit with Style, so I definitely got a lot of stuff used up this year. And then now you're gonna get two maybe sneaky peeks if this goes up before these do. So this is for the last January Tuesdays in the Attic with my different dimensions. This one was super difficult for me because it had these 6 2.5 by 2.5 squares, and I just didn't know what to do with them. This one only had two things: the 6 2 by 2 paper squares and one strip of paper that you could cut to any width or length that you wanted. So this is my strip of paper, and then I've got my 6 squares here. I did add a little bit of pattern paper behind my photo. I think I got there in the end, but I definitely, in my video, you'll see that I had to kind of feel this one out a little bit. I love how it turned out though. I think this could actually be one of my favorites. It's so simple, but I love it. I really do. So check out this video for sure if you haven't already. And then this last one is just a bonus video that I created. I had some time at my desk and decided I'm here, I might as well go ahead and do it. This is another page kit that I had in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, mostly for Baby Got Scraps. I just really wanted to get this collection used up. It's the All Heart collection from Crate Paper, and I was literally down to one piece of paper, which you can see right back here is the layers that I used. I used both sides of that paper, and literally that's it. There's nothing left of that. There was just a teeny tiny piece of maybe like an 1/8 of an inch by 1.5 inches that was left over from that piece of paper. I didn't keep that. And then I had this like periodic table paper, and not even all of that. I just had a few bits and pieces of it. I had the sticker sheet, and I have these hearts. So I did not use both full packs of these hearts. I think some of these are gonna go into my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. They're really, really fun. I love them. But I bought 2 full packs. I wasn't sure if I would use them all. And then I got a bunch of stickers used up, and I'll go ahead and just show you here. This is all I have left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stickers. That's all I have left. I've used up everything else, and I have none of these papers left. So I'll probably just cut these stickers apart and pop them into one of my little ephemera cases, like this one here, which is just a lot of random stuff. I always keep this by my desk, and then as I'm kind of looking through, looking for the, you know, perfect piece to add to a layout, I can go into this and look for things. So I might go ahead and just pop those in there. I just felt like Good at Naps and UGG didn't really fit with this particular layout. Same with Best Friends. And the You Are Beautiful I tried to put somewhere on here, but it's just really big, so it didn't make it. But I will get them used up, and I think this is, you know, totally killed. I'm really proud of myself for using this entire collection, every piece that I have, so I'm not gonna be too concerned over 5 stickers. Okay, so those are all of the layouts that I created in January. Now let me show you my kit. I'll just pull it out here. So it's still looking pretty full, but I got a lot used up, I definitely have to say. So I'm just gonna put it over to the side here and kind of show you. So I've got Christmas ephemera in here. That's gonna stay out because my Christmas kit for December daily is obviously staying out. Whoops, I dropped some paint. So this will just stay in my kit. And then I had some of these papers with the coffee theme that I was kind of going for. I didn't end up using this one. It's super fun. I love that collection, but I didn't use it. Didn't use this one. Didn't use this one or these papers here. All of these can just go right back into my 6x6 paper stash though, so no harm with those. This also will go right back into my stash. I did have the Amy Tangerine papers in here, and so I used quite a few of them to build that layout, but obviously I have a lot more. So this also will just go right back into my stash with these stickers. So quite a few of these sheets are used, so I'm just gonna cut these out and put them all into here, and then next time I want to put a kit together with Amy Tangerine stuff, I can just pull out this iris container. So all of that can just go like that. Some of them I just have a feeling I'm not going to use. Like I struggle with this, like a tiger, just, yeah. But we have zoo picks and stuff, so you never know, you never know. So that will go back into my stash. I did create some scraps. I was trying to use up scraps, but I definitely did create some because of cutting pieces apart and also doing the 8.5 by 11 album size. I've been creating scraps because I've had to cut that down. It's definitely not something I thought of ahead of time when I decided to go for that size, but the scraps are large enough that they're very usable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these into my scrap bin that I keep right beside me over here with large pieces like this, and then I'll just pick away at them as I need to. Let's see. So I had, oh, these go with that. I found these. I did say that if I found other coffee stuff, I would go ahead and pull them out. I didn't get any of them used, but they're just these really fun coffee cup clips, so I will definitely keep them with, where is it? My bin of, this is like enamel dots and puffy stickers and stuff like that, and I do keep some pins in here, so I'll go ahead and pop that right back into there. This always kind of stays out on my desk too. I don't really put those types of things right into my kit. I just have them accessible all the time, just like my sequins. So I've got some Christmas enamel dots. Those will stay with the Christmas stuff. I also found these tags, and I'm sad I didn't have a chance to use them, but they will definitely get used. But they're coffee cups. They're so cute, and there's a whole bunch of them. There's 21 of them in here, and I got them at Michael's probably, I don't know if they would have a date on something like this, but it's been a while. I probably got these, you know, in 2019. It was before COVID, I think, and they had all these tags on clearance, so I grabbed these ones and just some plain white ones and some plain craft ones, but I thought these would be really fun. So didn't get them used up. They'll go with my tags back in the stash. These are the hearts, so I think I'm gonna put this pack into my giveaway pile, and I'll just keep working on this pack, and it will go with my enamel dots in this little case that I have. these can go in my giveaway pile. I used 2 of these, but I have a bunch more, so these are gonna go also into that enamel dot pack, I think. These cardstock stickers, I used a whole bunch of them, but you can see how much more there is. So I am gonna go ahead and put these away though, because the kit coming up, the theme is vintage, and these are definitely not vintage. So they are gonna go back over here where I tend to put that kind of stuff. I have the ephemera from Heidi Swap that I didn't use much of. This is gonna go into an iris container. Here's some more scraps from cutting down the papers. I actually used stuff like this. I didn't use many of them, but I think I used a few to make a title, so this can just go with my alphas. I didn't use my stamp, even though I said that I would. I gave myself the goal that I had to, but I am gonna keep it out because I think that there are things that I could definitely get used, like mom life. Hashtag mom life is something I hashtag on Instagram and TikTok basically every single time I post something, so I could definitely use that. And then France did wrestle in the Alberta Junior Olympics this month, and so I think I could use the That's My Boy. There's just, I think, a lot of stuff that I can still use from here, even though it's maybe not vintage, it's applicable. So I'm gonna keep that in my kit. I am gonna pull out all of my branding strips though and put them where I keep this kind of stuff because I didn't get any of them used up. None of them are really vintagey in feel. So yeah, these will get put away until the next time, probably the summer, because a lot of them are summery patterns, so they will get used next time. These I think I might actually keep. They're not, I wouldn't say they're vintagey, but they are kind of farmhouse cottagey, and that could go with some vintage stuff, so I'm gonna leave those in there. This tag can go back up with my tags. All of these stickers that I had pulled out, none of them are really vintage. Vintage is gonna be hard. It's not my style, so I think I'm gonna struggle, but these ones definitely don't. Maybe these ones have a little bit of vintage. Okay, maybe I'll keep those, but these ones are all gonna go back into my sticker, where I keep my stickers right here. Yeah, it's gonna definitely be an interesting kit this month, so come back when you see me post it and watch me struggle. This is Paige Evans chipboard. I didn't use any of them, and they're not really vintage, so they're gonna go back as well. These I'm keeping in my kit until they get used up. They're not going anywhere. I didn't use any of them this month, and so they're just gonna go right back in. They're maybe not vintage necessarily, but they're also not vintage. Yeah, I just said that. Yep, my brain is not working, obviously. The English is not working today. So, yeah, I think I can still use them no matter what the theme is. But these ones don't really fit the theme at all because it's a lot of current lingo, things that we were saying, especially during COVID, because this is the Keeping It Real. So I think this one came out in like 2021. Oh, 2020. Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff that we were kind of saying and doing during COVID. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. Very useful, but just not for that particular theme. This page kit, I showed you guys, I've been working on it. I did not get it done. However, this to me is a very vintagey collection, this Bo Bunny collection. It's not my style. That's why I think I'm struggling. I don't really know how to embellish it, but it is sort of distressed, vintagey. It has browns in it. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in here. I did not use it. These background papers, I pulled out, because they had that coffee kind of hot beverage feel to me, the creams and the beiges and stuff. I used up, I think these are the only 2 left over. Yeah, so I used all of the background papers that I pulled, but these can just go back into the container where I keep all of my background papers. I didn't use this paper, but again, I think it might actually work for the vintage theme. It kind of has like a 50s feel to me with the sort of corally color, salmony color, and then this kind of mint color, and then the beiges and browns. So I think I will keep this in my kit. I didn't use these papers for a Christmas layout. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back. I got quite a bit used up in here. I used a bunch of the papers. You can see I still have some scraps and stuff. I'm gonna keep this together in this page protector, but I'm gonna put it away for another Christmas layout at another time. Here is another page I put together. And to me, this does have a bit of a vintagey feel to it. So I think I will keep this one out. I do have a lot of Christmas stuff, and because I have Christmas pictures coming for this year, I think I might keep a couple of pages out that are gonna be more Christmassy. So I'll keep this one. These are both very vintagey in feel to me, just the colors, especially these mittens. But I can't think of anything right in this moment that they would work for, so I'm gonna put them away, and then when I get my pictures and kind of go through them, one of those pictures might trigger an idea for these, but for now they're just gonna go away. I also didn't use this layout. I have the picture coming that I want to use for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. The truck is kind of vintage, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in here as well. And then I have my Wild Whisper collection that I was working with. I didn't really touch it this month, so I'm going to keep it in. I thought it kind of worked, this particular one, because it has the creams and the browns and stuff, so kind of that like hot beverage feel, but it also again has the creams and the browns, which is to me sort of vintagey as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in the kit. And then I have some more Christmassy stuff. I'm gonna pull all of that out. And actually this is kind of vintagey, isn't it? It's like, it's got wood grain on it and sort of these mittens. So maybe I will keep these stickers, pop them in there, but I don't want next month's kit to be heavy on the Christmas. I just like to have a couple of Christmas items in there because I'm still working on them, so yeah. This kind of stuff is all gonna come out. Christmas stash, you can see I used some of this. There's some stuff missing from here. I used some of these stickers, not on every page, but on a lot of the pages. There's some stickers missing, so I definitely worked through my Christmas stash pretty well. Got a lot of those used up. This was another Christmas page kit that I put together for Baby Got Scraps, and I used quite a few of these scraps, but there's still stuff in here, so I might just keep this together as a kit as well, and then if I need to go into my stash and pull out some Christmas stuff, I've got this. I didn't get this piece used up, which I thought maybe it would work well with Christmas, but I do like the black and white plaid, and I think that it could work with some vintage stuff, so I'm gonna keep that in as just a fun scrap. I've got this piece of Christmas paper. This was the Vicky Bouton kit that I put together. I actually used a few of the pieces, so there is still some paper left, but I used, I think, 3 of the other pieces. So again, I'll just keep this together. And that is it. That is everything that was in my kit. So I actually think I did really well. There's not as much stuff left over as I thought there was, because I got rid of so many scraps. I used up so many bits and pieces and scraps. So all of this I'm going to go ahead and put away, and then in another video I will actually go through and put February's kit together. But I think, yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty proud of how well I killed this. I tend to build big kits and sometimes let them roll over for a couple of months, but with the themes that we're doing this year, that may not always be possible. So yeah, I plan to do these wrap-up videos a little bit more often and just show you guys exactly how much of my stash I've actually used. There were a few times for some of those layouts that I did have to go into stash and pull out other things, but I try not to do that. I try to build my kit and then use just that kit all month long, no matter what the series is, no matter what, you know, the hop is, anything like that. So that's kind of a fun challenge for me. So for the month of February, what are my plans? I'm definitely going to keep tackling Tuesdays in the Attic. I really love that series. I've been having a lot of fun kind of working through the challenge of just having bits of paper and moving them around on the page and trying to put them together. Jackie and I always come up with a completely different layout, which is super fun. And our friend Mel has also been playing along. I'll leave her link down below too. So she usually posts her layout a day or two after we've posted ours, and it's still completely different. So even though we all have the same measurements for our papers, we're all coming up with completely different layouts, which is super fun, and just, I'm really enjoying it. So definitely watch out for that. And then of course I have my favorite series that I love to participate in, Stretch the Sketch, and I'm loving the new Mad About Mini paper pad series. That one's super fun. I will be doing Wild Whisper layouts again. We're starting up for February. Please go check out the community and check out my lives, and Sarah will be doing a live once a month, and Caitlin will be doing a live once a month, and you will even see Heather and Susie popping in, so that's really fun. There's new product coming out, so lots of fun goodies going on with Wild Whisper. What else? Is there anything else going on in February? I don't know. I think that's probably it. Oh, no, I'm not. That's not true. I am also going to be working, I think, in this traveler's notebook, this little mini notebook. I have one book, but I can make others, and I have notebooks that I think are small enough that would be able to fit in here. But I plan to start documenting just my whole journey with surgery and what's been going on with that. And I've been printing out my like Thursday 3s. I think that those are pretty good selfies to kind of be documenting what's going on. I don't always do it every Thursday. I try to, but if I don't post on a Thursday, then I try to do a photo dump on a Friday just to give everybody an idea of what's been going on in my life. But I think that that's a really good way to kind of document a journey by using selfies. But there'll be other pictures too from when I was at the hospital and some of the, you know, food that I've had to eat and things like that. So I'm gonna slowly start working on that. And it was unanimous when I asked if that was the kind of thing you guys wanted to see. Everybody said please share, and so I will do my best to share this as often as possible. I don't have any sort of set schedule for when I might post videos, but if I pull it out and I work on it, even if I don't film it, I will still try to film a little flip through or just do a quick update, and I will film some actual process videos for it. But I think this is the album I'm going to use. This came from Webster's Pages, and I just think it's really nice, and I'll be able to slip stuff in here as I need to, you know, doctor's cards or whatever I might have, little bits of things. And then I think I'll need a couple of these books, but there's lots of space to add more, so I think that that works out really well. And yeah, so that is something that you'll be seeing more of. I think the small size will just be the right size for me to kind of document that and have a little log of my journey. So you will be seeing that. And I I think that might be it for February. So not a ton going on. We're gearing up towards dance competition season and all that kind of stuff. So February into March starts to get busy, and then by April we're in full dance comp mode. We're headed to Vancouver. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. So I don't want to overload myself, but there are lots of really fun series, and I just plan to jump in on as many as possible whenever I can. So if you have questions or there's something you'd like to see from me, please leave those in the comments down below. I have been doing a lot of smaller videos, just doing like quick little flip throughs of things. I think any Dollar Tree hauls, for example, I'm going to start doing as little quick videos. I will do a couple maybe face-to-face ones, but I'm doing a lot of stuff on TikTok just because for me those quick little videos are kind of easy to do, and I can do them even if the kids are, you know, being crazy in the background and that kind of thing. But also they're just kind of a fun, different way to get projects posted. But I have been posting to my shorts, so anything that I'm doing there, you are not missing it. Somebody had asked me about that, if I was posting on TikTok more than anywhere else now. No, I try to share across all of my platforms, so YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So you can find me in any of those places. I super appreciate your support. I'm still working really hard to get to 2,000 subscribers, and yeah, see where this adventure and this channel can take me. So thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate it. I love reading all of your comments, and I look forward to another great month. So that is it from me for January. We will see you again in February with a brand new kit and brand new projects. And yeah, thanks so much. So until then, happy scrapping. Bye.
Bye. Thanks to me. To my channel.